Well, hello, and thank you for reviewing this, Roddy. Uh, this story starts out a few years ago. I went through a period of time when I was very ill, and the doctors finally figured out that I had what they call a restrictive pericarditis. And what that is that the outer lining of your heart got filled with calcium, and it was actually squishing my heart, pushing all the fluid into my belly. And I was at the point where even my son's friends were, my son's friends' parents were telling their kids to prepare for me to not make it the next few months. And I was very, very ill. I finally broke down, went into the hospital, and I had great doctors working with me. It was I was very, very fortunate and remain very fortunate because of it. So my doc finally figured out that it was this causing my heart problem, backing fluid up throughout my body. So they sent me in for an angiogram, and I had a very funny interventionalist, and he goes, sticks his head around the little screen, and I tell you, I'm stoned. I've got enough fentanyl on board. I was high enough to go duck hunting with the rake, and he goes, yes, we know your problem. And I said, okay, good. And I said, so what is my problem? Well, he goes, we are right. Your heart is being squished, and you need to have your pericardium removed. And that's a very, very rare surgery. Even at the best cardiac clinic in the States, they might do up to 40 a year at the very most. So I thought, okay, well, I'm in God's hands. And so they took me to the room to recover from my angiogram. And again, still, I was still stoned out of my head, enough fentanyl and sedatives in me. So I was kind of slower to respond, but I could understand what was going on. So all of a sudden, this guy starts walking up to us in his white coat and looks pretty official. This bald-headed guy is, come with great intent right towards me. And I looked at his jacket, and it said Dr. Kidd. So I looked at him and said, are you the surgeon? He goes, yep. He says, my name is Billy the Kid. Actually, he said Bill the Kid, but I said Billy the Kid. And I thought, oh my goodness, for a very dangerous operation, I get a gunslinger. What the heck is going on? And he started doing all the typical doctor's bit about all the different complications possible, and there were many with this. And I finally said to him, as he got done speaking, he said, do you have any questions? Now, I hope I'd asked the same question without the influence of drugs, but I asked him two questions. I looked him in the eye and said, so, if this were you with this condition, would you have the surgery done? He didn't bat an eye. Didn't hesitate. Yes, I would have it done. You have to have it done. You're not going to live if you don't. Well, that kind of sealed the deal. So then I thought for another second, and again, my response was probably way slower because fentanyl and I got along really, really well. I said, so, if this was you, now you have to think about this, I said, would you have you do the surgery? And he looked at me and gave me the oddest look. I go, and he hesitates. And he says, yeah, I'd have me do the surgery. Why? I said, because if you give me another name, that's the guy I want. If this surgery is so dangerous, that's what I want. And he just laughed at me. He said, no, I'm a very good surgeon. I will do a very good job. And I had the absolute pleasure of having the very best surgeon doing an amazing job. I left the surgery after having my chest split wide open, 7 hours of surgery, a day and a half in an ICU, where I went another day at the very most, where I was on any form of narcotic, any form of true painkiller. At the end of the day, I'm still alive. My health is 100 times better or 1,000 times better. And I just really am thankful to this man, this surgeon, actually the whole team. But I'm also very thankful I took the time to ask the questions like, are you the right person to help me? And he was. So thank you very much.